Guys, welcome to the video. It's about the fourth time I've recorded this, so I'm just going to jump straight in and not give you all of the background info. Essentially, this is the Bulova 23, and you're going to probably guess this, but I'll tell you right now, I've bought another watch. I said I wouldn't, it wasn't going to happen. The end of the channel was nigh, and it still is, it really still is, but I'm not going to lie, I kind of got a bit sidetracked, and one thing led to another. I started researching Bulova, and the history of Bulova is just simply mesmerizing. When you look at their history, seriously, it's something special. So this was my journey in the past week. These are the watches that I have actually, spent time looking at, researching. I started out looking at this one, the Bulova 23 from 1956. Wow. It's a 23 dual movement. It's supposed to have an unbreakable mainspring, I think it was. I did a bit of research into this one, and it's just impeccable. And a lot of them, you can still fetch them on eBay for fairly reasonable prices because not many people seem to know about them. They will now after this video. It's a good job TGV or, one of the other big YouTubers isn't making the video, because these things would end up going to £400-500 on eBay for sure, easily. They're a real beauty to behold. If you look at the actual case that it came in, you can see the blue felt and the Bulova logo there. The writing, it seems to be etched on. I can't quite see or tell what material this is. It even says New York, again, 1956. And the decorated movement is it's just something special, isn't it, really, guys? And the fact it was actually covered up as well, the fact that they actually took care to make the decorated movement, even though it would be covered up with the rear there of the case. How many companies produce a really nice looking inside of a mechanical piece and then cover it up with the case back? It just doesn't really, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't really happen. I mean, the Seiko 5 I've got, for example, okay, this is not really a complaint as such, but it's got a see-through case back, and it doesn't look half as nice as this does. Now, I know this was probably more expensive back in the day, but you kind of get my point. Anyway, so I decided, to be honest, as much as I do love the look of this, you've got no idea how close I came to buying one of these, but I kind of got sidetracked. And saying that, though, this one does look quite nice, doesn't it? Again, look at that movement. Anyway, that being said, I started looking at the Moonwatch. Has anyone seen the Moonwatch? The Moonwatch, even? It's a beautiful chronograph, and I'm gonna go out and say it. I feel like it looks nicer than the Speedmaster. Yep, I said it. I honestly think it does. The Speedmaster, I believe, the one that went to the moon, had a mineral crystal. So, for that much money, I'm just maybe I'm not an Omega fan. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I don't think I am. But the Bulova Moonwatch, yeah, okay. I think it's a 44mm. I'll have to double check that. But you can get it with a NATO. You can get it with the leather strap. And the back of it, if we can just maybe go into this video real quick. The back of it is decorated with the Apollo 15. There we go. You can see the back of it. You've got the Bulova logo, and you got some decoration there. Oh, here's a close-up. I was just trying to find it in the video. Here it is in the close-up. So July 26th, and I can't see with that sticker on. But yeah, again, this is the ultra high frequency quartz, sapphire glass. Really nice. I mean, I still might get that in the future. I'm not sure. Do I need it? Do I need any of my watches? I'm not sure. It does look quite special though. I don't know. Does it look special? I don't know. Maybe I'm romanticizing the watch a little bit more than it deserves. I'm not sure. I don't know. The history of it is quite spectacular. I'm not sure if I even believe in the whole moon landing thing. I don't know. There's lots of conspiracy theories around about it. I'm not sure. But either way, it does look like a really nice piece, even if you're not too fussed on the whole moon landing itself. I just think it looks like a great watch. Anyway, so Bulova 23 Moonwatch. I then started looking at the astronaut. There's the Bulova astronaut. Okay, so this came out in when was this one? Does it tell us the year? I can't remember the year. But daily accuracy was said to be within 2 seconds, as you've just seen with this one. I can't remember the year. I wonder if it tells me the year on the website. 1950. Oh no, that's the Hamilton Accutron 1960. Anyway, whenever this one was, let's not get too caught up in the year. But either way, it's the fact that the astronauts could withstand serious levels of altitude because it was used within the CIA. It was used on those. Let me just scroll back up. It was used on some of these A-12 spy planes, which obviously were traveling, it says here, 2,000 miles an hour. And apparently, from what I've read and what I've heard, the watches just didn't miss a beat. They were more than capable, and I do mean more than capable of, being up in the air. Oh, it says here. Hang on, what's this? It says 4,500 miles an hour. What can you possibly say? The astronaut. It's just, again, it's something so special. Well, anyway, it turns out that where is it? Oh, I've lost it. There we go. This one here, the Accutron 2. This is kind of the reissue of the. Oh God, I've got so many windows open. Of the astronaut, and you could actually. It's still in stock. Actually, surprisingly, they still sell this one. And the only difference that I can tell apart from the strap itself, and obviously it doesn't have the date on this one, and this says astronaut. This says this doesn't say anything down the bottom. It just says Accutron up at the top. It's got the date, and it's only measured in 12-hour time, whereas this one is 24-hour time, so military time. It kind of ruins it for me. Otherwise, I probably would have went for this one, which led me over to the original Accutron. So we've just seen there around about 1960 thereabouts. The tuning fork logo. I think it was 368 kilohertz, and it was accurate to, I think it was 2 seconds per day, or I think it was actually less. It was something like 1.8. Either way, at the time, because it was competing against automatics, it was the most accurate thing. So much so, apparently the technology was used for some of the NASA space missions. Now, where I'm going with this, you've seen it already, guys. This is the one I've gone for. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I managed to get hold of the Accutron. Now, I had two choices. I could have gone with the silver face, and obviously it's silver throughout, silver back as well. But there was just something that shouted out to me about the rose gold version. I feel like it kind of matches the inner metal plate. I don't know the what you'd call this. Actually, I probably should look that up. And I just feel as if the colours really play off each other really well. The rose gold and the kind of almost like a British racing green, almost. Now that harks back to the original green. However, I would actually go as far as to say I think the green on the newer model is a nicer shade than the older model. Not to be controversial, I just think it is. I think the overall design, I think on the older version, obviously you can see all of the innards, you can see the wires, you can see the actual tuning fork, and there's a lot more. You can see some of the coils as well. Actually, you can see the inner movement. Whereas on this one, because it's the high frequency quartz, there's not really a great deal to look at. So yeah, maybe it's not as exciting to look at, but I don't know. It kind of still is exciting to look at. This is the Accutron 2. This came out in 2014, and this is the one I bought. So I bought it on a black strap. Managed to get hold of it from a guy who just hasn't used it. He bought it a couple of years back and it's just sat in a box. Always the best way to buy watches because, again, it's just simply not been used. I think he's put a new battery in it for me. At least I hope he has. If not, it's not the biggest issue in the world. I'll do it myself. But the loom on this thing seems to be pretty good from what I read. You've got the sweeping hand. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this performs. And that really does, this really does mark the end of the channel, I think, once we've got this one, because where else can I go? I've got my M5610, which is my beta watch. I've already got my Bulova Curve, which is pretty much my watch which I use for work. This one will probably be used for work, or to be perfectly honest, if I go out, I will probably wear this one. I'm kind of hoping I like this in person as much as I do on the photograph, because it means that it will get quite a significant amount of use. For anyone watching the video, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the silver version, the silver case back, or do you prefer the gold, rose gold version? It does have a deployment clasp. Some people say it's not the best in the world, but to be honest, I'm not overly. If it was really, really that bad, I could just swap it out. But to be honest, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not a huge strap guy. I don't really care unless it's really terrible quality. People said the what was it? The Bambino. Sorry, I couldn't think then. The Bambino was the Orient Bambino was a bad strap. I found it okay, a little bit stiff, but I found it okay. So I'm kind of expecting this one to be okay too. I'm expecting this watch to arrive on Saturday, maybe. Hopefully Saturday. I would like it to arrive on Friday, but I think more realistically it's going to be Saturday. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, and you can definitely 100% you can expect one very last watch review, and I'm going to try and make it a special one. I'm going to try and make it interesting. I'm going to try and bump up the video quality and really give make the channel go out with a bang. And who knows, maybe someone will come along and say, hey, we'll offer you some Patreon money, subscribers. We'll who knows, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, I just know the watch channel can't continue because it's my own money I pour into this. If I was getting watches, if I had better equipment and so on and so on, you would benefit from it more than me because you'd get better quality content. It'll be of a much higher quality. But hey, we've got what we've got. All the money goes into the watches. It doesn't go on the camera equipment and the production value. But hey, we still get to see some interesting watches on the channel. So yeah, stay tuned, and again, I will see you in probably over the weekend when I come back with a review of the Bulova Accutron 2, and you will get to see this homage, or it's not even a homage, is it really? It's the predecessor. It's It's the cousin, the distant cousin, the new sort of relative. One thing I will say I like about it before I close the video is the depth of the dial. If it really is as deep as it looks, it's going to be something truly special. It reminds me of a football stadium. The way you've got the crowd all sitting around here, and right in that groove, right in that depth is, that's the watch, but that's the football pitch. That's where it all happens. Really, really nice design. Really like the design. It kind of grew on me. The first time I saw it, I didn't really get it. I thought, I'm not sure. I just wasn't sure. But the more and more I looked at it, and I kind of understood where the designers were going with this one. So anyway, I'm done talking about it for now, and I will definitely be back within the next few days. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Take care as always, and I'll see you soon.